It's Nick Mesn here with Andy Morrison after the Nomads 5-1 victory over Newtown. Andy, a great way to finish a really tough week for not only yourself but for Aaron Edwards and for Sam Dool as well.
Yeah, it's been a tough one, Nick. You know, I lost my mother-in-law on Tuesday. You know, a beautiful lady who I love dearly. Aaron Edwards sadly lost his mum last night. Sam Dool did his cruciate earlier in the against Bala, and we got the results this week. So it's been a tough week on a few fronts, and you know, my thoughts are with my own family and obviously Aaron Edwards, and you know, we'll all be there to support him over the weeks and the times ahead, because it's been really tough on him.
A game of two halves today, though. Probably by your standards, a poor performance in the first half, but a fantastic performance in the second half.
Nick, I've got enough in my squad. I've got enough to win any game of football. We tweaking things a little bit and looking at ways of really affecting the game early on, and maybe we forgot about the back door, because you know it's similar to Bala, and you know that's 8 times this season that we've gone behind in a game. Only conceded 1, but we've gone 1-0 down. You know, so there's not a panic. There's a feeling of belief in the squad because we've done it that many times that we can go on and win the game. We got back to 1-1 and I was very confident, very confident. I said to the staff, you know, I think we can go on and win this. That's got a little bit to do with the position that Newtown find themselves in. You know, it's so difficult for the bottom 6 teams that, you know, if they can't make the top 7, the season's finished, and to keep motivating yourself. And you can say as much as you want to players, you know, your rah-rah speeches before games and all that. Psychologically, there has to be an end game for every football team, and when there's not, it's very hard to pick yourself up and go from 2-1 down or 3-1 and get back into it. We were more than worthy winners in the second half after the first half performance, and you know it went off at half time because I won't accept it. I will not accept it. We can't expect to turn up anywhere and just roll over teams. You know, there's so many standards that we've set, and we didn't match them in the first half. In saying that, we had 3 good chances, you know, when all Ollie's had to do all game was pick the ball out of the net. You know, such was our superiority today. But like I say, it was never ever lack of respect. I spoke about it in the week, how tough this would be, because I knew they would turn up. I felt that if it went our way, it would then become very difficult to pick yourselves up because of the nature of the league this season. But really pleased with the end to a really difficult week for all of us.
Great to get a good variety of goal scorers today, and obviously a good mention for Aaron Williams, who was so dominant in the last 10 minutes, putting in 2 assists for the last 2 goals as well.
Yeah, and do you know what? It was the simple decision to make. It wasn't overcomplicated or too much to think about. It was beat your man, put the ball into the box. And the first cross is, I don't think there's many players in the league could put that ball in with his left foot. The second is on the end of winning a second ball from Aaron Edwards, and then not just winning the ball, showing a little bit of composure to play Aaron in. He puts it across, and then if you're putting the ball across the box, you want Jamie Insel in your team, because that's what he's best at. You know, he got across the front man, a little flick. And it was, you know, it was really pleasing at the end, but it was a bit messy in that change room at half-time, because we can't accept that. And the lads know it as well. You know, they know the goal we conceded, we can't concede goals like that. And the apathy and the lack of, you know, we do a lot of work, Nick, a lot of work in training, in keep ball sessions and creating overloads and moving the ball. And then we get onto the pitch and we're out wide, we've got 3v2s, 3v3s, we don't pass and move the ball. So there's little things we need to look at improving, and when we get them a little bit sharper, you know, Johnny Hunt's come on, just change the dynamics of the game a little bit with balls into Wildy, and then people playing off that, so balls into feet, little movements from there, different ways of getting down the side with the 2 strikers. So that was really pleasing. What we've got to go away now is and make sure that we don't start games like that. At least, you know, try and get the 5 minutes without conceding a goal, because it's a bad habit to get into.
I know you'll be absolutely buzzing now for these final 10 games. Nothing more that you love than playing games regularly against top 6 sides.
Yeah, Saturday, Tuesday, I believe. Great, fantastic. You know, it'll be us and TNS will probably be able to deal with that the best. You know, we've got 60% of our squad is full-time, the rest is part-time. So that gives us a little edge on them Tuesday night games. But it's going to be one game at a time. You know, you look at the fixtures and you look at your Ballas and your Barrys and TNS and Carnarvon away, and you know, and Penny Bont, where we've drawn the last 2 times away, and you can start to, you know, it looks quite difficult when you look at collectively, but when you look at it one game at a time, you know, the group of players I've got, the squad, you know, Declan Poole today, Declan's out, Declan will be back next week, and I look at the group I've got, and I know I can make changes, I know I can freshen it up, and we won't weaken the team, because everybody's chomping at the bit, and the lads who didn't play today, The lads that were in the bench are working so hard. The lads that were in the stand are working incredibly hard to make sure that when I need them, I know they'll be ready to play. And everybody's going to play a part over the next 10 games.